Hi, Gemini. It's Mary with Seer. I thought I was on camera, so I was blabbing away. I want to wish you Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, but I will see you before Christmas, though. Again, there's going to be another reading, like on the 24th. It's going to be tight, but anyway, I want to thank you for your donations and those who have booked readings with me. And if you need any of that information, it's in the description box. Also, I have two cards out here. I have the first card is a Shaolin Master. Okay, and so this card is about being graceful in movement and action. So to me, this says being deliberate, and being mindful about our thoughts and our words. Not everybody has to know our words. Not everybody needs to know the plan. And the other card is I'm open to love in various forms. And I think that a lot of us have done some major healing here. And I think that the heartbreak that we suffered over the last year or so, some of us longer than that, some of us shorter, well, some of us are more recent, that kind of opened the door for us to see other things. It wasn't an easy door. Nope, it wasn't an easy one. But in some way, it served a lot of us really well, where we found ourselves again. So, and now we are balanced, like this is a great compliment, actually, being a Shaolin Master. People that do martial arts are just, there's something really peaceful about them, but powerful. They're powerful. And they know they are, but they don't have to use it. See, that's this beautiful thing. And I think that that's kind of what's going on with us. Okay. So the first card is Three of Earth reversed. Three of Earth reversed is about, what's about no longer wanting to work with certain people, like having to start over in certain situations. It's this card of the apprentice here, or the learning. There's some things we don't need to repeat anymore, that maybe you're saying you don't need to repeat anymore. So this could resonate with you all or in part, because it is a general reading. And I do want you to know I'm just wearing my desk out. It's so wiggly, but I am going to do something about this soon. I swear. Okay, so we had the World card. This is the next card is the World reversed. And so when this is reversed, it's maybe a reminder somehow that we need to close this chapter. So something in the past, something about not working with other people. We need to, I don't know if it's something that's going to come back to us and then we're going to have to close it, but it's still like a door is open. I know I feel that way. And so Six of Air is Six of Swords, and this is about getting away from, moving to a better place. So you could actually be moving, you could be getting a new job, a new business, but more it's air as thoughts, okay? But you could actually be going on a good vacation too, but air is more about thoughts, getting to a safe place in your mind, with your Shaolin Master, having peace. And part of being able to stay in that peaceful place is shutting that door. And remembering who we don't want to work with anymore. The next card is Patience. And Patience is actually Temperance. So right here it's reversed. So there's this it looks like that they're reflecting on more healing here. More healing, and there may be it's about aligning your body, mind, and soul. So there may be some more healing. You may be flip-flopping back to the old way and the old people you worked with, and so that's why there's this. It's like I was talking about that door that was open. You may feel like you still have a cord to the past. Okay, pulls you back, and a lot of that is just managing those thoughts. But nobody. It's like you can't do it any faster than you can do it. It's just if you try to push them out, they're going to keep coming back. So it's something that is done with loving oneself, and trying to understand the bigger picture, which we say that a lot. So, okay, so the next card is Queen of Fire, and I like this because I really feel like this is the way you're showing up now. You got the fire in the belly, you got the moves, you got the knowledge, you got the peace. And it's like nobody can stop you now. Nobody, because you've gone through a lot and you know what you can endure. Not only that, you can get through a lot because adaptability is huge, and that's one of our gifts as Geminis. Totally. And changing on a dime and being able to react and being able to read into people. Not only that, but being able to see things from all sides. That is an amazing gift. So the Queen of Fire is how I feel like we're showing up now. You're showing up now. The Queen of Fire, full of desire, full of fire in her belly, and not taking prisoners? Or maybe taking prisoners, I'm not sure. But nothing can stop you. You're in your creative energy, you know who you are, you have your confidence back, and watch you go, right? So this last one is Page of Earth. So this is a new energy. This is like new contracts, new ideas, new work, new job opportunities, new business. And this is just the beginning. So, and that's the beauty of it. It's just the beginning as we close out 2019. Okay. So let's find out some information about who we no longer want to work with, who we decided, hey, I'm not doing this apprenticeship over and over, or something that I've already done. So we have the Ace of Water. So this is, this card is about not loving oneself, okay? And it's also about no self-love, and it's about no restart in some kind of love relationship. So this could be the door that's open to the past of somebody that you feel might be trying to come back. We keep getting those readings, right? But there's something about the Shaolin Master. This wouldn't have happened without that trauma and the deception and the heartbreak, right? Because where you were before, I'll just say you. You were not the Empress, but you are now. Or you're well on your way. Yeah. And this could be, if you're a male, it could be you're up into the divine masculine. And now you get to look for the divine feminine. So either way, this is the old and this is the new. This is a 3 of Earth reverse, and this is also a 3. Which is kind of cool. And then we have the 6 of Fire, and this is triumph and victory. Victory over the past. Victory over those who could not love themselves. Because now, maybe what you didn't see is maybe you weren't loving yourself enough, right? And that's why you might have thought that that person was some kind of a match. But looking back, possibly that was you were underestimating yourself. Not possibly, huh? Okay, so now we're going to go to the world. And this is all about your success. It's all about getting you to the right place. And if you were so loved by the universe and they said, that's not good enough for you, I'm going to show you the truth and we're going to get you moving in the right direction. Although at the time you wouldn't say thank you, but maybe later you might consider it. So the world. So let's talk about the world reverse. So 10 of Fire reverse is what I have next. And that is Ten of Wands reversed. And that's a great burden that needed to be released. A great burden that was, well, it was truly affecting the quality of life. Because of the power of your love. The power of your love. And it's hard to release that when you love somebody. And one of the things I think that's difficult for us as Gemini is to put ourselves first. There's some signs that have no problem with that, but we're different because we see things from different people, from other people's view. So, and because we're the lovers. We're born to love, made to love. It is about the love and the balance. It's about the love and strength enough to love the right way. I'm going to get one more card here. The Fool. Okay. So the Fool is about integrating the lessons and understanding that things happen for a reason and to be light in heart as you move forward. And part of that is finishing and shutting this door of the past, and to understand why it all happened. And the attempt, to release the burdens that we're still looking back at, wondering if we did the right thing, but look at how you were treated. It's amazing how one can still wonder if they did the right thing. And I hear you. I'm a Gemini too. I hear you. But it's important that we can see where codependence starts and where love ends and codependence starts. You see, there's a line there that we need to be aware of. And when it starts feeling anxious, like when we say, oh, then that's probably not in a loving place. It's probably that old pattern. So if you can, I'm still doing that with some family members. That it breaks my heart too, that a lot of family members, just about everyone, just about, except my daughter. For her and I talk all the time. Everybody's gone. Just no talking at all. And it was pretty much they took themselves out. I said something to them that made them mad. They took themselves out. So I figured that is a blessing because, there's all this, I can't engage in something that is that fragile, that if I say something, they unfriend me, my brothers and sisters, stuff like that. It's just it's a volatile reaction, and it's not the world I want to live in anymore, So to find your peace, sometimes it takes those things. It takes that strength. And that's some of the cords of the codependence that may have run deep within our relationships. But it's a time to start different, to do different, to be different, and to love different, especially loving ourselves. Okay, so now we're going to talk about moving to that higher ground, safer place, a peaceful place. We're going on that really cool overseas trip. Okay, that's a Six of Swords. Queen of Water reversed, and this is Queen of Water reversed. Now, this is a Queen of Cups reversed. This is a feminine energy that, this is reversed, so here you go. Doesn't have to be a water sign, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, but somebody could be embracing this feminine energy by being very emotionally manipulative. So sometimes they hold back, sometimes they won't communicate, sometimes they backstab, but it's never the truth. It's never upfront. It's always undermining you in some way. That's kind of the way that energy works sometimes. And it's very jealous. And it's difficult. So that would appear that leaving this energy. And I don't like to say a whole lot about myself, but this is my mother. I haven't talked to her in 3 months. And it's done. It's done. And it was her choice. And that's the worst thing. So 5 kids, doesn't talk to any of them because she just doesn't feel like it. And that blows me away. Because To me, family is really important, but that's me, you know. But I couldn't do things the way I couldn't be, I let her be codependent anymore, and that's, I think, what triggered it. So you can see if that reflects on some of your relationships. And it's not just about me, it's in my reading, it's your guys' reading. But it just wanted to give you some reflection that you're not alone there. Next we have the Nine of Air, which is the Nine of Swords. So this is a card of kind of getting past all the overthinking, the stress because it's reversed. You know, the bad dreams, the worry if they're going to be okay if you're not there to save them, right? But getting past that, putting that in the right place, you know, is having that peace within you. Whose life is it? Is it my life? Or is their life my life? Or is that their life? And who's responsible for their life? Wow, right? So simple. So then we have the King of Air, and this is beautiful because King of Air, you know, this could be any air sign. It could be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But the King of Air is a masculine energy, but but so is Gemini masculine energy. You probably know that. King of Air is somebody who has knowledge, somebody who's going to be a little bit standoffish, and you know, doesn't have to prove anything to anyone. Doesn't really engage a whole lot because they're just watching, but they know the truth. They see it, and they go in and they engage if they have to, but they don't engage just to gossip or anything like that. That's not who they are. It's saving one's energy, and it's kind of like being the Shaolin master. The King of Swords is someone fair when he's upright. And he's educated and he's knowledgeable. But he doesn't even have to share that. Because many people won't appreciate it, you see. Okay, so now we have patience reversed. And this is about being out of balance, you know. And maybe even addictions are involved. I'm not sure if this is Gemini, or like warning for Gemini or someone else in Gemini's life. This may be a reflection of where some of this is coming from. There's the Tower. There's the Tower. So, and this is great because sometimes when we're out of balance, the Tower comes and get us back in place. It's like I was saying, what if, you know, the universe said, let me help you here because we need you over here and the time is ticking. And we need you as a collective Gemini to get it together because we need some leaders over here. Someone that can see that can envision things. Creative. Okay, so we're taking down this nonsense because we need you over here. That's just what's coming through, Gemini. Okay, so Eight of Air says, this is reversed. It says, get out of our head. I hate when they say that to Gemini. Okay, you can make a decision. It's time to make a decision. And you know what? Eight, when we're in that place of anxiety and we feel like we can't see, I think that we see some more than we want to admit. I think that is just, well, we don't want it to be true. And that is hard. So that's one of the things that I think would be good for us, Gemini, to think about. To just consider. When you feel yourself getting in that place, saying, am I avoiding something with this? Do I already know the answer to this? Might be able to save a lot of time, you know, and energy, right? If not that, hey, spend the time. You know, weigh it all out. But I had some big lessons in this in the last probably 3 years. Big. Okay, so moving on. Now we have lots of air, Gemini. 5 of Air. This is about the conflict in our minds. And that kind of all makes sense, right? It's kind of all together. Conflict in our minds. Maybe the Tower, maybe they're saying the Tower came down to say, oh, knock it off, get moving. You know, the conflict in our minds. Where other people argue and battle us. There's something here about picking and choosing your battles. Embracing the King of Swords. says, don't battle, don't fight with the fool. And I don't mean that in a foolish person, okay? I don't mean it as being talking down to somebody. I'm talking about somebody that isn't making any sense, is just trying to bait you, is trying to manipulate you. It's okay to say, I see what you're doing, and I'm not going to have that. So it's up to you. But if you want to have a real conversation, I'll be over here. Otherwise, I'll see you later. And that's taking the high ground, taking control in a calm, balanced way. That's getting your balance back and not letting this old way of doing things, either addiction or codependence, this family dynamic or the way we've done things, continue to affect us. Breathing and understanding where we're coming from and where we need to go. This battling with people to battle, it's got to go. It's got to go if you want peace. It's just not worth it. Really, they're really having me hit that hard here. Okay. So now let's talk about the Queen of Wands. And I love that air is embracing fire. Moving forward like the Queen of Wands. Just like bad to the bone, right? Okay, so let's look at this. So we have the Ace of Air, and this is reversed. So this is the Ace of Swords, reversed. I know what you're thinking. That this could be someone else besides you walking in your passion. Let me check. This is Judgment. Judgment reverse. It's a repeating pattern. Let me get another card. This is the Sun. I don't think this is someone else. Okay? Because you are not seeing the truth about who you are. That's what this is about. They're hitting him more swords here. They're hitting it home about clarity, about your path, about who you are, about embracing who you are and your power. It's time. As I bang on the table, lady. Oh, Stop fighting yourself. This is the battle, is in here. If you have a battle in here, you have a battle out here. So why are we battling in here now? Still, why? What happened in the past in your relationships? What if it was a primer? What you don't want. What if you had to climb that mountain and say, no, 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 and heavens, no, not another one, no. And you bat them away like flies until you get something better. Because it is coming, but we have to believe you're going to have something better. It takes a while for that vibration to catch up. Maybe we're still being tested with that nonsense. But you definitely are worthy. You definitely are worthy. I'm worthy. You're worthy. Definitely. So, see the truth about who you are. It's time to ask for help. You can ask for help. You can ask our guides to say, your guides, God, your higher self, however you pray. You can ask them for help so you can see the truth about who you are, because it's about what we're supposed to be doing. And if we're fighting with everyone and ourselves, it's really hard to see what the heck is really going on. Here's the call saying, learn this lesson, integrate it, because it's still reversed. It's going to be repeated if we don't get that in there. If we don't learn it and integrate it. It's got to be integrated or it's going to keep coming back. And you don't want that to come back. It's like, I'll do anything. I'm not going through that again. I don't care what I got to conquer. I'm not doing that again. Because just going through those, I had to go through things I didn't think I could. So I might as well just get it all done now. And prove what I got to prove. Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay, so next we have the Sun. And this is right after this. The Sun is seeing the truth. about your own, what your path is, what your success is going to be, your own success. This is your own happiness, your own success, your own life, your own path. This has got so much gold. This is spirit. You know, I got so much glare here. I'm so sorry. This is the sun. This is the best card in the whole deck. So, this is you. This is you with the fire in your belly. Let's do it. Shut the doors to that feeling not good enough. Shut the doors to that past, that line that just keeps you going. Am I doing the right thing? Look at the facts. If you looked at the facts, Gemini, and it wasn't you that was worrying if you were being nice, and this is somebody you loved. Look at the facts and look how you were treated, and you tell me why you're doubting. It's just a bad habit. It's not needed anymore. Leave it behind. We have a full moon tomorrow on the 11th. Today is the 10th when I'm doing this. Because I got to do them early to get them all done, you know. But, Gemini, it's time to release that stuff. Page of Earth. This is new opportunities. New jobs, new everything, new plans. Page of Earth is somebody saying, you want to go on a date? Page of Earth is somebody saying, you know, do you want a job? It's any new opportunity. It's starting to move. It's the communication. Communication. Let's do another one here. Six of Water says, this is going back to the old, something old that you walked away from. I'm sorry. This is the negative stuff from your past. That's what it is. Okay, let's see why this is showing up for fire. Okay, this is the negative stuff from your past, your bad memories. Okay, the stuff you don't want to think about. And then this is happiness in marriage and fulfillment. This is the 1111 card. This is the Four of Wands, right? So it's a good foundation, and it's fire too. So what stands between the offer and the happy family is the bad memories, right? The things that are still running us. You know, the bad memories, if we don't get these resolved, they're like puppet masters. And we're just, it's that program that runs in the background that we second guess ourselves, Gemini. Okay, let's do another card here. Justice. So this is interesting because we have justice here, and justice is reversed. I know things don't seem fair. Especially when we've had a lot of things that happen that don't seem fair. And having to take the high road and just licking the wounds and just trying to get through the days. But the thing is that it's not up to us to take the karma, to do this karma, to balance it. It's not up to us. Because then we take it away from the universe, you know? And then we have to pay for that. So walking away is the best way, because then you're not like them. You're not like the people that hurt you. You're not like the people that abandon you. And maybe some, I know you know this, that some people do that because they see the spark and they can't stand it. They just can't stand it. That you can be happy. That you can go through all kinds of crap and still find happiness. How is that possible? It's because of who you are. It's because of your fire Even though you're air, it's because of your fire. The fire in the belly. Let's get one more card on this justice here. Hierophant. Hermit. So, the justice and the Hierophant. That, you know, it didn't seem fair what happened in the relationships. You know, it didn't seem fair that people didn't stay within the boundaries of the rules. But one thing, Gemini, that you may want to reflect on, people haven't been staying within boundaries of the whole government, nothing. Things have been out of bounds for a long time. They have. And I think that some of us have even compromised ourselves because we said, well, everybody else is doing it once or twice. But see, we're still adding to it. This is why it's important not to continue to engage in this. Because as long as we're engaging with people that are involved, we're involved. We're part of the problem. And detaching is the best way. You know when somebody's talking to you and they just, or when you're talking to somebody and they turn around, you quit talking to them, right? You go, wow, why did they turn around? I can't tell them what I wanted to. I can't look them in the eye and get them to take my point of view. That's it. When you walk away from somebody that's doing this, it takes away their power. It's gone. You don't engage. You don't say anything. I mean, first, how can you not? But eventually, you move on. And if the universe decides to put that back together, some miracle happens, and I guess we get to deal with that when it comes, right? But otherwise, the Hermit, we went deep, went dark. When dark went deep, went inside, and figured some stuff out. And going through those cycles over and over it's very damaging. It's damaging for everybody that's going through it. The moment that we start saying, no, we're not doing that anymore because I have confidence and I know who I am and I know what I can create and I know what I deserve. If 10% of us did that, then the other people would not get away with what they've been getting away with. And so, as embodying that, oh gosh. So embodying the King of Air Gemini said, I'm not doing that fight. This is not worth fighting. This is not my battle. If it's something's really your battle and there's something that's detrimental, like you're fighting for your life or your child, but otherwise, or if you're fighting, helping somebody in not extreme cases, maybe this isn't super extreme, but you see what I'm saying? Engaging in the energy just continues to drag your energy down. So, I'm sorry for going on and on, but they're really telling me that it's got to wrap it up before the end of the year. It's got to get wrapped up. Whatever that means. I know I got stuff to wrap up. Truly. 33 minutes, Gemini. Well, ours have been short lately because we were, but this is something that needed to come through. You go through this smooth time and then you get some bumps and it's cleaning up the remnants, Wow. This is regeneration, death, and rebirth. Okay. So there's all those doors that need to be closed, right? All I can think of is that Jim Morrison song, This Is the End, My Friend. I don't remember the name of that song. But, yeah, this is the end of the old and our rebirth. It's time to shed that skin, Gemini. The last of it. Yep. It's those last things that are still creating misery and holding you back. The last of the ball and chain. Yep. So, I love you. Wow. That was kind of intense. Okay, have a good week, okay? Bye-bye.